The present moment is the only moment that truly exists. Everything else, the past, the future, are merely illusions, fabrications of the mind, stories we tell ourselves about what has happened or what may come. And yet, most of us live in this illusion, shackled by the weight of the past and the anxiety of the future. The present moment, however, is where life happens. It is where the power lies. It is the birthplace of all creation, and if we could just step into it fully and without hesitation, we would discover that it is enough. You are enough. The moment you are in right now, as you read these words, is enough. And if you can accept this truth, if you can embrace it with the full force of your being, you will step into a new way of living. A way of living where you no longer need to chase after life, but rather allow life to unfold through you. You are not here to pursue something that is somehow beyond you. You are here to be in the now. You are here to merge with the moment, to surrender to the flow of life. Imagine that you are standing on the edge of a river, watching the current flow by. The water is steady and constant, moving effortlessly, without resistance, yet it possesses an incredible power. It flows toward the ocean, towards a destination far beyond the horizon. But notice this, the river does not worry about the destination. It does not dwell on the obstacles it has passed or fear the rapids that lie ahead. It simply flows. It merges with the present, with each and every moment. And in doing so, it moves forward, unhindered by the past, unburdened by the future. This is the power of now. When you merge with the present moment, you too flow with the current of life. You are not weighed down by the mistakes you have made or the things you still hope to achieve. You are simply here, in this moment, where everything is possible. You do not have to force your way forward. You do not have to push or strive. All you need to do is let go and merge with the current. Let the moment carry you, trust it, and let it reveal the path forward. But to merge with the now, to truly experience the freedom that comes with it, you must release your attachment to the past and future. You must surrender your ego's need to control and define every aspect of your life. The ego wants to hold on to everything. It wants to define who you are based on your past, on your accomplishments, on what others think of you. But this is not who you are. You are not your past. You are not your achievements. You are not your reputation. You are the awareness behind it all, the stillness in which everything occurs. When you identify with the ego, you disconnect from your true self. The ego is a fragment of the mind, a collection of thoughts and beliefs that have been shaped by your experiences, your conditioning, and the world around you. It is a construct, a false identity that keeps you trapped in the past or worrying about the future. But the real you, the you that exists beyond all of this, is pure consciousness. It is the awareness that is present in every moment. It is the observer, the witness to everything that happens, yet it is not defined by anything. You are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. You are not your circumstances. You are the awareness that experiences them, the eternal presence that witnesses it all without judgment or attachment. When you merge into the now, you merge into the space where you are free of all labels and definitions. You become one with the present moment, and in doing so, you become one with your true self. Let me ask you, what would your life look like if you no longer clung to the past? What if you no longer allowed the mistakes and regrets of yesterday to define you? What if you could release the weight of all that you've done wrong and instead step into the grace of the now, where everything is forgiven, everything is allowed, and everything is new? This is the power of the present moment. It is a gift that is always available to you. It is the only place where you can truly create, because it is the only moment that truly exists. The past is gone. The future is not yet here. The only thing you have is this moment. And in this moment, you are free to choose who you want to be, what you want to feel, and what you want to create. And as you merge into the now, you will find that everything you've been searching for, peace, joy, love, fulfillment, is already here. It has always been here, waiting for you to recognize it. You do not need to go out and find it. You need only to stop seeking and start being. Stop looking outside of yourself for validation, for approval, for meaning. Look within. The truth, the wisdom, the love you seek is already inside of you. When you release the need to control, when you stop striving to achieve something that you believe will bring you happiness, you free yourself from the endless cycle of longing and dissatisfaction. You no longer feel that something is missing from your life because you understand that everything you need is already present. You are whole. You are complete. You are enough. And yet, so many of us live as if we are incomplete, as if we need to prove ourselves, as if we need to do more, have more, become more. We live in a constant state of yearning, always chasing after something that will make us feel whole. But in doing so, we miss the beauty of the present moment. We miss the truth that we are already whole, right here and now. So, I invite you to stop. Stop chasing. Stop striving. Stop looking outside of yourself for fulfillment. Take a deep breath and simply be. Be in this moment. Feel the air in your lungs, the beat of your heart, the aliveness that courses through your veins. This is life. This is the essence of who you are. You do not need to become anything more. You are already everything you need to be. You are already whole. In this moment, you can let go of the stories you've been telling yourself about who you are, about what you need to achieve, about what you've done wrong. In this moment, you can release the weight of all your past mistakes and all your future fears. You can step into the infinite possibility of now, where anything is possible, where anything can be healed, where you can be reborn. This is the power of the present moment. It is where everything begins, where everything ends. It is where you are free to create, free to heal, free to be. And when you merge into the now, you merge into the fullness of who you truly are. You merge into your divine self, the part of you that is connected to the infinite, the eternal, the all-knowing. You are one with the universe, one with the divine, one with everything that is. And in this oneness, you find peace, you find love, you find joy, you find yourself. So, let go of the past. Release the future. Stop identifying with your ego, with your thoughts, with your emotions. Step into the now. Merge with the present moment, and in doing so, you will experience a freedom unlike anything you have ever known. You will experience the truth of who you are. And in that truth, you will find everything you need. You are enough. The moment is enough. And when you merge into the now, you merge into the truth of your being, the truth that you are already whole, already perfect, already divine. Step into the now and let life flow through you. As you stand in this moment, you are not just an observer of life, you are life itself. You are the awareness through which all things unfold. And when you begin to truly understand this, when you begin to merge with the now, you will see that there is no separation between you and the universe. You are the river, not just the one who watches it flow. You are the star in the sky, not merely a witness to its light. You are the vastness of the cosmos contained within the smallness of your form. You are everything, and everything is you. Let this truth settle deeply within you. There is no need to strive, no need to chase. The very essence of who you are is in perfect alignment with the world around you. The universe does not need to force anything. It simply is. It does not strive to grow or reach for something it doesn't already have. And you, too, are already whole. The fullness you seek is not somewhere out there. It is within you, already manifest, waiting for you to recognize it. When you merge into the now, you stop living for the someday, the one day, the time in the future when everything will finally be perfect. You stop placing your happiness, your peace, and your sense of self in the hands of future circumstances. You realize that there is only the eternal now And in this now, you can experience everything you have ever longed for. Your happiness is not a destination. It is not a goal to reach. It is the presence you bring into the moment. It is the quiet surrender to what already is. As you embrace the now, you will see that every moment is an invitation. It is an invitation to release your grip on the past, to forgive yourself for the mistakes you believe you've made, and to let go of the fears you have about what lies ahead. It is an invitation to be present, to fully engage with life as it unfolds, without resistance, without judgment, without hesitation. When you say yes to the now, you are saying yes to life itself in all of its beauty, its challenges, its imperfection. You do not need to look outside of yourself for validation or approval. The approval you seek is already within you, for you are already enough. You were born enough. The universe did not make a mistake when it created you. You are a divine expression of life, just as you are. There is no need to become something other than what you already are. The search for external validation only keeps you trapped in the illusion of separateness. When you merge with the now, you realize that there is nothing to prove, nothing to achieve. You are whole as you are, and the world does not need you to be anything other than yourself. In this truth, you begin to understand that healing does not come from fixing something that is broken, but from recognizing the wholeness that already exists within you. Healing comes from remembering who you truly are beneath the layers of self-doubt, fear, and past trauma. It comes from releasing the stories you've been telling yourself about who you were, who you think you should be, and stepping into the reality of who you actually are in this moment. You are pure awareness, pure consciousness, and in this realization, all wounds begin to heal. All fears begin to dissolve. When you stop resisting life, when you stop fighting against the flow of the moment, you open yourself up to its healing power. Resistance is the root of all suffering. It is the ego's attempt to control and shape life according to its limited understanding. The moment you let go of resistance, you allow life to reveal its inherent beauty, its inherent wisdom. You surrender to the moment, and in that surrender, you are made whole again. You are restored to the truth of who you are, a being of light, of love, of infinite potential. In the now, you are not bound by the past. You are not defined by the choices you made, the things you did or didn't do. The past only exists in your mind, and the moment you let go of it, you set yourself free. The past is not your prison, it is your teacher. It is simply a series of lessons that have led you to this very moment. And this moment right now is all that you need. All that you are seeking is already here, waiting for you to acknowledge it. Do not waste another moment living in the shadows of the past or in the anxiety of an imagined future. Come back to the present. Come back to the now. The moment you step into this space of complete presence, you will find that life becomes easier, lighter, and more fulfilling. You are no longer at the mercy of time. You are no longer a slave to your thoughts or your emotions. You are free to experience life as it is, in all its magnificence and imperfection. This is the power of the now. It is the power to heal, the power to transform, the power to live a life of freedom, peace, and joy. It is the power to return to yourself, to the truth of who you are, beyond the stories, beyond the labels, beyond the judgments. It is the power to merge with the flow of life and to become one with the universe. And in this oneness, you will find everything you have been searching for. Let go of the past, release the future, step into the now, and allow life to unfold through you. There is no need to force anything. Simply be. Be present. Be aware. Be the observer of your thoughts, your emotions, your experiences, without becoming attached to them. Let them come and go like the clouds in the sky, without holding on, without resisting. And in doing so, you will find the peace and the freedom that has always been yours. Remember, you are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. You are the awareness in which all of these things arise. You are the stillness behind the noise, the presence beneath the surface. You are the vastness of the universe, contained within the smallness of your form. And when you merge into the now, you merge into the truth of who you are. And in that truth, you will find peace. You will find joy. You will find love. And you will find yourself. Step into the now. Let go of all that has been holding you back. And in this moment, you will be free. As you merge into the now, you step into a realm of infinite possibilities. The future, once a distant and uncertain place, begins to dissolve in the light of your presence. The unknown no longer seems daunting, for you understand that it is not the future that defines you, but the awareness you bring to each moment. The future is but a reflection of your state of being now. The energy you radiate in the present moment creates the world you experience. You do not need to wait for the right time. The right time is now. There's no other moment, no better time to begin than the one you are in. This truth, when fully embraced, allows you to let go of the need to control, to manipulate the unfolding of your life. The idea that you must shape every detail, control every outcome, is an illusion. Life flows like a river, winding and turning, finding its way through valleys and over rocks. It does not question its course. It does not ask for permission to flow. It simply is. And so must you be. When you allow life to unfold naturally, you will find that everything you need is already in motion, already on its way to you. There is no need to chase or strain. The universe is already delivering to you what you are ready to receive. It is in your surrender to the present moment that you allow your true self to emerge. The ego, which constantly seeks to define and control, is no longer the dominant force. It fades into the background as the light of your inner wisdom shines through. This is where real transformation occurs. In the quiet space of the present, where the noise of the world falls silent and you can hear the voice of your soul, you realize that you have always known the way, that the answers have always been within you, waiting to be remembered. And in this remembering, you are awakened to the truth that you are more than enough, that you are a divine being, infinitely capable of creating the life you desire. The path to peace is not found in the accumulation of possessions, accolades, or status. These things, while they may bring temporary satisfaction, are fleeting. The true path to peace is found in your ability to be fully present, to be fully engaged with the moment, and to release all attachments to external outcomes. Peace comes from within, from knowing that you are enough, just as you are, from realizing that your worth is not determined by what you do, but by who you are. You are the embodiment of divine energy, pure and untainted. And when you step into this awareness, the weight of the world begins to lift from your shoulders. As you let go of the past and the future, you realize that time itself is an illusion. It is a construct of the mind, a way for the ego to make sense of the world. But in truth, there is no past or future. There is only now. The past is but a memory, a collection of experiences that no longer hold any power over you unless you choose to give them power. The future is but a dream, a projection of your desires and fears, but it is not yet real. What is real is this moment, this breath, this heartbeat. And when you fully immerse yourself in the now, you free yourself from the tyranny of time. You step into the timeless, where you are limitless and eternal. In this timelessness, you begin to see that there is no rush, no need to hurry. You are not in a race with anyone or anything. The only competition is with the version of yourself that still believes in lack, that still clings to the false belief that you are not enough. But this belief is a lie, and the moment you recognize it, it begins to dissolve. You are enough. You have always been enough. And the moment you accept this truth, you are liberated. You are free to live fully, to love fully, to experience life in all its glory, without fear, without hesitation. And as you merge into the now, you become the creator of your own experience. You are no longer a passive participant in life. You are an active force, shaping your reality with the power of your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. The world around you reflects the energy you radiate. If you are in alignment with your true self, if you are present and grounded, the world will mirror that alignment. Your relationships will deepen, your work will become more fulfilling, and your life will become a reflection of the peace and joy that already reside within you. You will find that you no longer need to search for happiness, for it is not something to be found, it is something to be experienced in every moment. Happiness is not a destination, it is a state of being. It is the natural result of living in harmony with the now, of letting go of resistance and surrendering to the flow of life. When you stop chasing after happiness, when you stop looking for it outside of yourself, you will realize that it was always there, quietly waiting for you to notice. This is the beauty of the present moment. It is all that you need. It contains everything you have ever sought, everything you have ever desired. The peace, the love, the joy, the fulfillment, it is all contained within this moment, within you. And when you recognize this truth, you will understand that you are not separate from the world around you. You are one with it, a part of the eternal flow of life. And in this oneness, you will find the freedom you have been seeking. So, let go. Let go of the past. Let go of the future. Let go of the stories you have been telling yourself about who you are and who you should be. Step into the now. Merge with the moment. And in that moment, you will find yourself. You will find peace. You will find joy. You will find love. And you will find freedom. You are enough. You are whole. You are divine. And this moment right now is the beginning of everything. And so, here you are, standing at the threshold of your own awakening. The moment that once seemed distant, the peace that once felt unattainable, is now within your grasp. You no longer need to search for it, because you have discovered that it is not something to find, but something to realize. It is within you and always has been. The past, with all its struggles, its joys, its lessons, is behind you now. And the future, with its uncertainties and promises, is but a projection, a reflection of the energy you hold in this moment. You are not bound by time, and you are not bound by anything that has come before. You are free. And your freedom lies in your ability to live fully in the present. Every breath you take is a reminder of this freedom. Every step you take is a testament to the power of the now. The world, once a place of fear and resistance, now becomes your canvas. It is the reflection of your inner state, and as you shift your inner world, the outer world shifts with you. The universe, ever responsive to your vibration, begins to align with your newfound truth. No longer do you seek approval, no longer do you crave validation. You have come to understand that you are already enough, that you are worthy of every blessing, every opportunity, every gift life has to offer. You are the divine expression of this moment, and nothing more is needed. You are no longer burdened by the weight of self-doubt, by the heavy chains of guilt, or the fear of what may come. You are free from these illusions. The chains are broken, and the illusion has dissolved. You see now that nothing outside of you has the power to define you, to diminish your worth, or to limit your potential. You are limitless. You are bound only by the beliefs you hold in your mind, by the stories you tell yourself about who you are and what you are capable of. But now, in this moment, you are rewriting those stories. You are no longer a prisoner of the past or a slave to the future. You are fully immersed in the now, and in the now you are free. When you fully embrace the present, you also embrace your true power. You realize that your thoughts create your reality, and that the energy you put out into the world is the energy that returns to you. Your every thought, your every feeling sends ripples into the universe, shaping your experience. And as you merge with the now, you begin to shape your world with intention, with clarity, and with love. You begin to radiate peace, and that peace becomes your reality. You begin to radiate joy, and that joy becomes your life. You begin to radiate love, and that love flows effortlessly through every relationship, every encounter, every moment. You see, now that you are not here to struggle, you are not here to fight against life. You are here to live in harmony with it. You are here to surrender to the flow, to allow life to guide you with grace and ease. Life is not an enemy to be conquered, but a river to be followed. And as you merge with the now, you allow yourself to be carried by the current. You no longer fight against it. You no longer resist its pull. You surrender to it, trusting that wherever it takes you, it is exactly where you are meant to be. This is the essence of true freedom, not in the absence of challenges, but in the ability to meet them with an open heart and a peaceful mind. The challenges will come, but they will no longer define you. They are not obstacles to be feared, but opportunities to grow, to learn, and to evolve. Each moment, each experience is an invitation to step deeper into your true self. The more you surrender to the now, the more you align with your divine nature, the more you discover the infinite potential within you. And so, you walk forward in life, not with the weight of the world on your shoulders, but with the lightness of being. You walk forward not as a seeker, but as the one who has found. You walk forward not in search of approval, but in the quiet confidence that you are already enough. You walk forward not to achieve, but to experience. You walk forward, present, aware, and fully alive. In the now, you are not bound by the past. You are not waiting for the future. You are fully alive in this moment, and in this moment you are free. You are free to be yourself. You are free to love, to grow, to create, to experience life as it is meant to be experienced. You are free to step into the fullness of who you are, without hesitation, without fear, without limitation. And when you merge into the now, you realize that you have always been free. You have always been enough. You are not waiting for permission. You are not waiting for the right time. You are not waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. The perfect you is now. And when you embrace this truth, the world will shift around you. The universe will conspire in your favor. Everything you need, everything you desire will come to you effortlessly. You are a magnet for love, for peace, for abundance, for joy. So, let go of all the things that no longer serve you. Let go of the stories, the doubts, the fears. Let go of the attachments to the past, the expectations for the future. Step fully into this moment, into the power that lies within you. You are not just living in the present moment, you are merging with it. And as you do, you become one with the flow of life, one with the energy of the universe. You become the embodiment of peace, of love, of everything that is. You are enough. You are free. You are whole. And in this moment, you are exactly where you need to be. So, breathe deeply, let go, and allow yourself to merge into the now. For in the now, you are everything. In the now, you are home. Close your eyes and hear this truth. You're not waiting on your desire. Your desire is waiting on you to rise, to elevate, to vibrate at the frequency of what is already yours. The world around you is not fixed. It bends it, molds it, reshapes according to your vibration. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are the cause. What you radiate, you attract. If you hold low thoughts, you will see a low world. But when you rise, Internally rise, you will see mountains move. Vibration is simply your state of being. You do not manifest through effort, you manifest through alignment. The higher you vibrate, the faster creation flows through you. Joy is a magnet. Gratitude is a portal. Love is a key. These are not emotions, these are frequencies, and the universe responds to frequency, not words. So imagine not lightly, but boldly, with depth, with emotion, with certainty. See yourself already there, already living what you once longed for, not in the future. Now accept it as already done, and your world must obey the moment you feel it real. The unseen goes to work. The invisible becomes visible, but you must not waver. Persist in the assumption, hold the feeling even when appearances lie. Especially when they lie, your job is not to chase or strive. Your job is to become the version of you that already has it. The shift is internal, and when you vibrate higher, manifestation does not take time. It takes acceptance. So today I urge you, stop lowering yourself to match what is fading. Rise to meet what is calling, vibrate higher, and you will manifest faster. Because the moment you become it, it must come to you. You do not attract what you want. You attract what you are. This is the most misunderstood truth in all of creation. The world around you is nothing more than a mirror, faithfully reflecting back the state. You consistently dwell in people. Believe they must work harder, push more, chase endlessly after what they desire, yet they do not realize that the outer world is secondary. It is the echo. The origin lies within. The secret is not in the doing, but in the being, your inner state. What you feel, assume, and believe to be true about yourself, and life broadcasts a silent frequency. This frequency is your vibration. It is not heard by the ears, but it is registered by reality. The moment you shift your state, the world must shift in response. But because the world seems so solid, so separate, we tend to ignore the invisible cause and blame the visible effect. Desire alone changes nothing. Wanting something, no matter how deeply, does not draw it to you. What draws it to you is becoming the version of yourself who already has it. You must embody the outcome. That is, you must feel the reality of the desire fulfill so deeply that your consciousness cannot distinguish between what is imagined and what is perceived. When you persist in an inner state of lack, you do not move toward your goal. You only deepen the distance. If you feel unworthy, if you feel desperate, if you feel incomplete, those feelings form the vibration you emit in life. Being completely impersonal reflects it back to you in kind. You meet experiences, people, and events that affirm what you are already being inside, but when you deliberately shift inward, something extraordinary happens. When you begin to feel worthy, blessed, and whole. Not because the world gave it to you, but because you decided it. You change your entire vibration. And life, like a loyal servant, must obey. This is why it is said that to him who has more shall be given, because the one who feels abundance attracts abundance. The one who feels love receives love. Not because they seek it, but because they have become it. The inner state is not dependent on conditions, it is the cause of them. You must become quiet enough to recognize what you are vibrating. If you are anxious, pause. If you are worried, observe. If you are bitter, release, and then choose again. Choose deliberately to dwell in peace and faith, in love. The moment you do, you've already moved realities. The world you see may not change instantly, but the blueprint has been altered. Creation is finished. All possibilities exist. Now, the only thing that separates one outcome from another is your alignment with it. And alignment is nothing but sustained vibration. The more consistently you dwell in the inner state of your desire fulfilled, the more quickly it materializes around you. It is not magic, but law. And the law is always working, whether you believe it or not. Do not be fooled by appearances. The world will test your commitment. It will whisper doubt. But stay faithful to your state. Choose to remain in the feeling of the wish fulfilled, no matter what the senses show, because the senses only echo the past. The future is formed in consciousness. Your inner world is the soil. What you water with emotion grows. So stop trying to force the outer world to bend. That is not your task. Your only task is to assume the feeling of your desire is already yours, to vibrate in harmony with it, and to watch calmly, faithfully. As life reshapes to match your new frequency, you are not chasing the dream. The dream is chasing you. Once you become the version of you who already lives it. Emotions are not random. They are not meaningless reactions. Emotions are energy, pure and powerful, flowing through the body like a signal. Like a vibration sent out into the field of creation, they are not simply feelings, they are frequencies. They move, They radiate, they reach out and draw back to you that which matches their essence. This is why emotion is not something to suppress or escape. It is something to understand, to guide, and to use with purpose. Every emotion you experience sends a message to the unseen. When you feel low, when you dwell in fear, anger, shame, or doubt, you are not just having a bad day. You are aligning with the lower frequency reality one that will reflect back to you the very same feeling you are emitting. The outer world mirrors the inner climate. It does not respond to words or desperate affirmations spoken in contradiction to your feelings. It responds to the truth of your emotional state. But what happens when you begin to rise, when you start to cultivate elevated emotions, not as a reaction to circumstances, but as a choice of practice? Everything changes. Gratitude, love, peace, joy. These are not simply pleasant feelings. They are the gateways to higher realities. The moment you feel gratitude, you are telling the universe it is done. I have received. You are no longer begging, no longer waiting. You have become the version of you who lives in the fulfillment of the desire. Love is the purest frequency, not romantic love, but unconditional inner radiant love. Love for life, for being, for self. This emotion raises your vibration faster than logic ever could. It lifts you beyond resistance, beyond fear, and in that high vibration, the reality you once dreamed of begins to feel natural, even inevitable. Oh, that's the key. It must feel natural. The emotion you hold makes it so. Peace, too, is a frequency often overlooked. Peace is powerful. It is not passive. Peace says, I no longer need to struggle. I trust the unfolding, and in that trust that is released, and in that release, manifestation flows faster, clearer, with less effort, because creation does not respond to force. It responds to surrender, to faith, to emotional alignment. Do not manifest by thinking harder. You manifest by feeling deeper. Thought is the blueprint. Emotion is the builder. The more you feel in harmony with your desired reality, the more swiftly it is constructed in your world. You must not wait for the thing to happen to feel good. You must feel good to allow the thing to happen. Imagine the person you wish to become. How do they feel? What emotions fill their day? Start there. Begin to generate those emotions now, even before anything has changed. Because in truth, the inner change is the cause. The outer result is the effect. Emotion moves reality. Emotion is the bridge between the invisible and the visible. When you align emotionally with what you desire, you shorten the distance between you and the out. Time is no longer the barrier vibration is, and when your emotional vibration matches your imagined future, time collapses. The future becomes. Now let this be your practice, not to force manifestations, but to feel your way into them, to choose the highest emotions, even when nothing has changed. To live from the inside out, not the outside in, because when you choose gratitude in the absence of reason, you become magnetic. When you choose joy before the breakthrough, you bring the breakthrough closer. When you choose love before the healing, you activate healing. You are not powerless. You're not stuck. You are a creative force shaping your life with every feeling you sustain. So feel wisely, feel richly. Let emotion be your tool, your guide, your magic. Emotions are energy and emotion in you. By feeling on purpose can move your world. Imagination is not fantasy. It is not mere daydreaming or mental escape. Imagination is the original act of creation. Everything that exists in your life right now began first in the unseen world of thought, shaped by the silent power of imagination. Before anything becomes form, it must first be accepted in consciousness. What you vividly imagine and emotionally accept as true plants the seed of your future experience. The world you see is nothing more than the harvest of what you once imagined and believed. Many believe the world is shaped by action, by effort, by external striving. But those are effects, not causes. The true cause lies deeper. All creation begins in the invisible. The mind is the womb, the inner world, the workshop. It is not what you do for hours that shapes your destiny. It is what you dwell upon in the secret place of your mind. Imagination is not idle. It is active. It is spiritual. It is the divine gift that allows you to rise above circumstance and see the world not as it is, but as it could be. And in that, seeing you make it so. When you imagine something clearly in detail and add to it the feeling of reality, the sensation that it is already yours, you trigger a shift in vibration. And when your vibration changes, the world responds. You do not have to wait for permission. You do not need proof. The outer world always lags behind the inner vision. So many delay their transformation because they are waiting for evidence. But the evidence comes after the seed is sown, and the seed is your imagined scene. It is your vision felt as real. accepted without doubt. Whatever you persist in imagining with faith becomes law in your world. This is why idle worry is danger. When you imagine things going wrong, when you rehearse fears and worst-case scenarios, you are planting seeds to weed only weeds, not flowers. Your imagination does not care whether you use it to build or to destroy, it simply obeys. It receives the command through feeling not well. The secret then is not just to imagine, but to imagine with emotion. You must feel your scene as though it is happening now. You must enter it so completely in your inner world that the outer world becomes. The senses may still reflect the old story, but you remain loyal to the vision, knowing it is only a matter of time before the world reshapes itself to match your inner assumption. Imagination is more than visualization. It is full embodiment. It is hearing the sounds, seeing the colors, feeling the textures of your desired reality. It is holding the end in mind and living from it mentally rather than towards it physically. You assume it is done. You let go of the need to figure out how, and in that surrender, creation begins to move. Think of imagination. As a spiritual blueprint, you are always building something. The question is, are you building consciously or unconsciously? Are you imagining based on past disappointments or based on new intention? The future does not come from what you have known. It comes from what you see and feel in the stillness of your own mind. Do not underestimate this power. The world honors action, but action follows vision. When you imagine rightly inspired, action arises effortlessly. You are led. You are guided, the right people, the right moments. The right doors begin to appear not because you forced them, but because your inner world. Among them, creation is not something you wait for. It is something you initiate. Imagination is the seed. Feeling is the water. Faith is the light. And time is the soil that brings it all together. So imagine, and imagine boldly. Refuse to return to the past. Let your mind dwell only on what is lovely, noble, and true. What you vividly imagine and emotionally accept as real, without doubt, without resistance, must come to pass. It is law. It is your gift. Use it well. The truth of who you are has never changed. It cannot be tarnished, diminished, or lost, only forgotten beneath the noise of the world, beneath fear, doubt, and limitation. There is a core within you that is pure light, pure power, pure knowing. And the closer you come to that truth, the faster your vibration rises. High vibration is not something you earn or chase. It is what you return to. It is your natural state, your original frequency, before you were taught otherwise. From the moment you arrived in this world, the world began to shape you. You were told what was possible, what was practical, what was safe. You were conditioned to believe in lack, in struggle, and separation from your desires. You were trained to slow your energy, to blend into a world that forgot its own divinity, but deep within, something never forgot, something always remembered. That spark is your true self, and it is always calling you home. High vibration is the signal of that remembrance. It's what you feel when you are in alignment, when you're no longer resisting the truth of your being. It's the quiet joy that arises when you follow your intuition. It's the peace you feel when you release control. It's the surge of inspiration, of love, of presence. These are not passing emotions. They are echoes of your essence. They are reminders that you are more than flesh, more than history, more than circumstances. The lower vibrations, fear, anger, shame, guilt, are not your enemies, but they are not your home either. There are signals, indicators that you are living in a version of yourself that was handed to you, not chosen by you. There are teachers showing you where you are out of alignment. The pain is not punishment, it is feedback, and the faster you learn to observe it, honor it, and release it, the faster you rise. You do not have to force high vibration. You only have to stop clinging to what keeps you low. You are not meant to carry the burdens of your past. You are not meant to wear masks to please the world. You are not meant to doubt your power, your worth, your beauty. These are illusions taught, reinforced, and repeated until they seemed real. But the truth never left you. It simply waits for your return. The more you align with your authentic self, the one who feels deeply, who speaks truthfully, who dreams without apology, the faster your vibration becomes. And with that speed comes clarity. You begin to see life differently. Opportunities appear, relationships shift, circumstances respond. You don't have to chase outcomes. They begin to move toward you, drawn by the resonance of your truth. To live at a high vibration is to live lightly, not because life is always easy, but because you no longer resist it. You meet each moment with presence, not panic. You trust the unfolding not because you know the details, but because you know who you are. You've stopped identifying with the noise. And you've remembered the stillness beneath it. The fastest way to raise your vibration is to return to what is real: gratitude, compassion, joy, trust. Not because these make you better, but because they reveal who you've always been. You are not trying to become something new. You are peeling away what is false. You are unlearning the illusion and reclaiming the true. So when the world feels heavy, pause, go within, feel the breath. Remember who you are. High vibration is not a destination. It is the frequency of your being. When you stop pretending to be anything less, you are light. You are love. You are limitless. Let everything else fall away. Faith is not a matter of hoping that something might happen. It is the inner certainty that it already has. It is the quiet conviction that defies logic, the stillness that remains even when the senses scream otherwise. Faith is not passive. It is not waiting. It is an active state of inner knowing, a deliberate assumption of the desired outcome as already real, felt deeply and without doubt. It is the invisible substance from which all visible things are shaped. When you feel the wish fulfilled, you are not asking life to bring you something. You are affirming that it already belongs to you. And that feeling is the key. It is not enough to repeat words to visualize an outcome or to recite affirmations like a ritual. These are only shells unless they are filled with emotion. It is the feeling that moves mountains. It is the inner atmosphere that creates the outer change. You do not manifest what you want. You manifest what you believe, and belief is not just thought. It is embodied emotional truth. To believe with faith means to walk through your day as if the thing were already done. You are no longer looking for signs. You are becoming the sign. You are no longer asking if it's working. You are living from the end, knowing it has already worked. Most people delay their manifestation because they keep waiting for the external world to confirm the internal desire. They look to the mirror and ask it to smile first, but the mirror can only reflect. The moment you believe from within, truly believe without needing proof, the outer must conform. The law cannot be broken. The outer world is not cause, it is effect. It follows your conviction like a shadow. Faith requires that you detach from the how and the when. These are the domains of the intellect, not the imagination. The mind wants a timeline. The soul knows better. It moves in trust. It rests in the unseen. When you live in faith, you are no longer negotiating with reality. You are not hoping. You are dwelling in the feeling of it already being true. And that is enough to feel the wish fulfilled, is to touch the invisible realm and claim it as your own. You close your eyes and see clearly. You feel deeply, fully, without resistance. You allow yourself to be taken over by the mood of the outcome. You rehearse not the problem, but the solution, not the lack, but the abundance. You've become the one who already has it, already lives. It already knows it to be theirs. This is not fantasy, it is creation. You are not escaping reality. You are forming it. Faith is the spiritual substance that calls things unseen into form. You don't need to convince others or even yourself in words. The feeling does the work. It anchors the unseen the moment you feel the wish fulfilled. Manifestation begins not when it arrives, not when it shows up on your doorstep, but in the moment you dwell in it as real. It may take time to appear, but that is no concern of yours. The seed takes time to sprout, but its emergence is certain. Your only job is to remain faithful to the feeling. Stay loyal to the unseen. Do not be shaken by appearances. Do not argue with delay. These are tests of persistence, not evidence of failure. Keep returning to the state of the wish fulfilled. Keep breathing life into your vision with feeling. What you feel consistently becomes fact. That is the quiet power of faith. It does not ask, it declares. It does not hope, it assumes. And in that assumption, life rearranges itself to match your inner truth. Persistence is the key that unlocks the door between the unseen and the seen. It is not enough to assume once, to imagine once, to feel once. The creative power of the inner world is activated by repetition, by sustained belief, unwavering focus, and the refusal to be swayed by appearances. What you assume with consistency becomes the law of your world, for consciousness is the only reality, and assumption is its blueprint. Reassume action, when felt as true, begins to clothe itself in form. But between the assumption and its full manifestation, there is often a gap. And in this gap lies the test, the temptation to doubt, to abandon the vision, to return to the evidence of the senses. Yet it is in that very moment that persistence must rise. To persist in the assumption is to remain loyal to the unseen truth, regardless of what the outer world reflects. Back to you, the world is a mirror, not a master. It does not dictate your reality, it reflects it. What you assume to be true inwardly, the world will echo. But it cannot do so instantly in all cases. For time is the cushion that allows the unseen to become seen. Do not be discouraged by the lag. Do not measure your success by how quickly things appear. Measure it by how unwaveringly you can remain faithful to your inner state. Persistence is not struggle. It is not forcing, it is not efforted in fear or desperation. It is calm, focused, dwelling in the end. It is the quiet power of the one who knows, who rests in the inner conviction that what is imagined and accepted must come to pass, even if the outer seems unchanged. You remain unchanged in your assumption. You do not explain, you do not seek reassurance. You simply continue to feel the wish fulfilled. When you persist in your assumption, you are training the subconscious mind, and the subconscious is the servant that never sleeps. It does not argue. It accepts what is impressed upon it with feeling and repetition, and once impressed, it sets the wheels in motion through people, events, and circumstances to bring your assumption into form. But this process cannot complete itself. If you constantly undo the work with doubt or contradiction, to assume something is not to wish for it, but to live from it. You think from the end, not of the end. You move through life as though it were already, so you react as the person who already lives in the desired state. This is persistence. Not in thought alone, but in feeling and identity, in inner know. Thing, you become it before it becomes visible. Do not be fooled by appearances that contradict your assumption. The world often rearranges itself through what looks like chaos or opposition, but if you persist, what seemed like delay or denial will reveal itself as part of the unfolding. The key is not to react to what is, but to remain faithful to what you've chosen within. You must persist even when you feel nothing is happening, even when the world seems to shout the opposite, even when doubt knocks and fear whispers. You return again and again to your chosen state. You rehearse it, you dwell in it, you affirm it, not because you need to convince the world, but because you are commanding it. This is the law. What you assume consistently and unwaveringly must become your experience, not because you are lucky, not because the world has changed, but because you are no longer living from circumstance. You are living from consciousness. And consciousness shapes reality, so persist not with tension, but with faith, not with impatience, but with knowing what you persist in, assuming you inevitably become. When you choose to vibrate higher, you do more than just feel good. You align with the deepest truth of who you are. You no longer face reality you shape. Your imagination becomes your workshop. Your emotions become your compass, and your unwavering faith becomes the bridge between the invisible and the visible. The outer world becomes a reflection, no longer a dictator, and you become the master of your own experience. You do not manifest by effort, but by assumption. You do not wait for proof. You live as though it is already done. Every thought, every feeling, every act of inner persistence is a seed planted in the unseeded, and when watered, with belief, with feeling, with patience, it must grow. Remember, you do not attract what you want, but what you are being, so become it now. Feel it now, assume it. Now let the vibration of your desired reality flow through your inner world and trust that the outer must follow. This is not hope, it is law. Thank you for listening. May you go forward boldly, vibrating higher, manifesting faster, and living as a creator you were always meant to be.